where do you place the Vikings in this grand scheme of the NFC, where 6-7 is right on the outside looking in of the playoffs? Worst 6-7 team the best 6-7 team in the business, or most disappointing would be 10-win team in the business? Where do you put them?
I'm going to have to go with the second one, Rich. I mean, matter of fact, look at last night, Rich. They're up 29 points. Right, this game, for all intents and purposes, should be essentially over. You have a running back who has to get Gatorade after every carry because that's how far he gets to run. Like this dude, Dalvin Cook gets the ball, gets one carry, goes to the sideline because he just got 30 yards. And so, you're looking at this game and you're saying, okay, the Pittsburgh Steelers are not competing. But the Minnesota Vikings have this incredible talent to make everything really, really hard, to allow teams to make every single game, no matter how well they're playing, a close game. And you just can't believe in this team down the stretch, whether it's Kirk Cousins throwing interceptions or would-be interceptions when you go back to the Green Bay Packers, or Mike Zimmer not managing the clock, kickers not making the kicks that you need to take lead. They find ways to lose football games. And no matter if you're 6-7, if you're 7-6, whatever it is, your record is your record. This is a 6-7 team, but it's disappointing not because the roster says they should be 10 wins, Rich, because they've been in position to actually have 10 wins, and they found ways to lose those games. And that's the difference between championship teams and teams that don't make the playoffs at all. And right now, the Minnesota Vikings are a team that wouldn't make the playoffs at all, but absolutely should.
Which team do you trust the most in the NFC? We use that parlance in our business, trusting the most, where you're like, okay, I think this is the team that's going to make it, even though they might not be the top seed, or maybe the top seed is the team you trust the most.
Yeah, it's extremely hard, right? Because when I look at the resume of 2021, it's like, how can you deny the Arizona Cardinals? This is a team that wins 2 out of 3 games with Colt McCoy at quarterback without DeAndre Hopkins, a team that's improved so much defensively. They obviously have the most wins in the NFL, a young quarterback. That's amazing. But a lot of times trust comes from history, right? Trust is something that's earned. And when you look at a team like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the way that they're playing now offensively with Rob Gronkowski back, it's hard to not say that that's your favorite. It's hard to not see a team that now gets Carlton Davis back at corner, Sean Murphy Bunting back at corner, not seeing that team improve once Mike Edwards returns from his suspension. And so when you look down the stretch with the way that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are trending, very similar to what it was last year heading into the playoffs, I'd have to say, as far as trust, I trust them more. The team I think has been the best team of 2021 is the Arizona Cardinals.
What about the AFC? Sure looks like the football gods are winking at us, with the Bucs looking like last year and the Patriots looking like Brady's first year there, like that's...
No, absolutely, Rich. I mean, about 5 weeks ago, I was on Get Up in the morning, and I was like, man, I was doing my production meeting call, and I thought to myself, and it was a very, very solemn thought, Rich, that really saddened me because I'm a Pittsburgh Steeler, and I was so tired of getting beat by the New England Patriots. I was like, man, the Patriots can go to the Super Bowl. And at the time, this team was nowhere near that. This team was a team that, wasn't even in the wild card position. And now they go on this run of consecutive wins. And then you beat the Buffalo Bills and you only throw the football 3 times. This is a team that's great on defense, a dominant run game, and the greatest NFL coach that's ever lived, and a quarterback who understands his place and makes the plays he's asked to make. Right now, I think that's the top team in the AFC, not just simply by record, but by actual play and film study. And the only thing that's ever going to cause you to pick against them in the playoffs is when number 15 from Kansas City comes around and that defense is still playing well. You'll say, hey, I'll take Pat over Mac. But right now, the New England Patriots, to me, are the front runner in the AFC.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.